Sagittarius, December. All right, Sag. So this is your season. The sun is in your sign until December 21st. You have Mercury in your sign of Sagittarius. Remember, it's in retrograde. So we'll have there for a good portion of the month. Mercury is the planet of communication, right? It rules roadways. It rules travel. It rules merchants. All right. So a lot of the advice this month was to try to do your holiday shopping after the 15th of the month. We also have an opposition going on. So across from your sun or your rising or your moon in Sagittarius, we have the planet Jupiter, which is our ruling planet, Sagittarius. And it's in the sign of Gemini. So we have an opposition, both sides wanting something, and our ruling planet is across from us in this communication sign of Gemini. Not necessarily Jupiter's favorite placement, but it's Jupiter. It's the planet of luck and blessings and expansion. So it's kind of tough to say it has a bad spot to be. So Jupiter's going to be there. It's going to want to make things bigger. We already have a lot of bigness involved as a Sagittarius in general. Now we have a square that's been going on for a while, 90-degree angle, with the planet Saturn, the planet of responsibility, and the planet Neptune, the great healer, the planet of creativity, illusion, and delusion. Okay, so that's been going on for a while. So we've always kind of gotten used to dealing with that. And I think Saturn and Neptune and Pisces is such an interesting placement because Saturn wants to work, and Neptune rules Pisces, and it wants to retreat back and heal and reflect and create. So we've already kind of got these push and pulls going on, this opposition with our ruling planet. And then on top of that, we have a beautiful trine, positive triangle energy with Mars, the planet of action in the spicy sign of Leo, fire sign. Well, we're fire sign, Sag, so we have this beautiful trine going on. But remember, Mars is in retrograde most of the month. So we're really going to want to reflect back, step back in a way, plan, use lots of self-care. Now, at some points, we may find that things are like either one extreme or the other extreme. And that's our ruling planet is opposite us right now, right? And we already like to go big or go home as Sagittarius. So now we've kind of got this like, let's go into these reflection periods, these planning periods, these self-care period, so that when springtime comes, we can launch forward because there's going to be so much launching energy, especially as some of those planets, Neptune and Saturn, move into the fire sign of Aries in the spring, which will also be trining us. So let's use this time wisely to really create, to reflect, to figure out what it is that we want. Okay. Now here's your pre-reading, Sagittarius. Your first card was the Knight of Canes, and the Knight of Canes is the traditional Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords could really be considered Gemini. Gemini's across from us with our ruling planet there, Jupiter. Okay, so he looks like he wants to go play. He wants to go sledding. His face looks a little bit irritated to me. So maybe he hasn't found the right fun that he's looking for. Okay, the next card that comes in is the Seven of Good Cheer, which is the traditional Seven of Cups here from the Yuletide Tarot. And there's a lot of choices. All right, there's a lot of choices, and that's what we like, Sagittarius. Our third card is the Magician, the Sunflower card here in the Herb Crafters Tarot. And it's shining brightly, so there's a lot of clarity coming in. But remember, the Magician is fueled by intuition, and so he's going to trust feelings to bring him in the direction that he needs, okay? It's almost like this Knight of Swords over there. He's like following his logic, and he's kind of like looks frustrated. The Seven of Good Cheer is showing us all these options, okay? But the Magician says, hey, the joy comes in. The choices will be made correctly through trusting feeling, okay? Interesting how they're using some charms underneath there. All right, now that's your pre-reading, Sag. Let's go into a live reading now. Let's see if there's anything else Sagittarius needs to know this month of December as we move into the holidays. And let's see, I'm going to give you 4 cards here. We'll give you one Cozy Witch Tarot because I just love the deck. All right, let's see. One more for Sag. Okay. All right, card number 1, 7 of Fire, Cinnamon. Okay, this is your second 7 that showed up, your spiritual path. And the 7 of Fire, things are spicy. Okay, it's kind of got almost like Day of the Dead vibes, but there's some kind of tradition, there's some kind of ceremony that looks like it's going on. Cinnamon is so spicy and I don't know, it just really gets your blood flowing. Okay, so 7 of Fire, but it's almost like giving attention to these rituals, to these things that bring us joy. Okay, it's almost like coming in under the Knight of Swords. It almost looks like he's looking for friends and entertainment, and the 7 of Fire is like, hey, you got everything you need right here to create what you're looking for. Second card is the King of Candles. He's come up a few times in my readings, and he would be you, Sagittarius. He's a King of Fire. Okay, I can't tell. I think he might be smoking a pipe. Not really sure, but he looks really content. Okay, so there's a lot of spice here. There's a lot of just like enjoying the simple pleasures. We've got the 3 of Candles, and this would be the 3 of Wands. Okay, so he's kind of looking out into the world, considering which way he wants to go, who he wants to do that with. Okay, so we said this is a lot of time of reflecting and planning. All right. Judgment card, card number 20. I think this is the most beautiful version of Judgment. All the signs say that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Okay. And I know myself as a Sagittarius, I think there's a lingering restlessness that we always think, oh, somewhere else is going to be better, or somewhere, or we should be on the road, or try, every time you like in astrology, Sagittarius is always associated with travel, but it's like not all of us Sagittarius can be out there traveling that much, right? So there's almost like this inward travel, this into like our soul, and this almost feels like traditions or spiritual traditions. And so really like diving deep into our own history, our own journey, our own like connection with our ancestors and what they were doing, how they celebrated the holidays. Okay, so Judgment card is your most powerful card here next to the Magician. Okay, they're both related to the sign Scorpio. Scorpio is your neighboring sign. And keep in mind too, if you're single, Sagittarius, and you're looking for love, remember that these seasons that we've been in, the Scorpio season, Sag into Capricorn, those are the people for you. Those are the people that are in season for you. Okay, so pay attention to birthdays, pay attention, because those people are going to connect with you easy, being your neighboring energies. All right, and the Judgment card is a 2. Even though it's a 20, we call it a 2 in numerology. And so you have this relationship number showing up. Okay, she looks like she's really made peace here. Judgment card is usually about laying old things to rest, or laying the dead to it's about burying the dead, really. But look at this version, it's like she's out there just like making peace with her home and the fact that she is there. And is she holding a feather? Why do I feel like she almost looks like she's holding like a feather pen, maybe? Okay, with Jupiter and Gemini, it's a really great time to be writing, especially during Mercury retrograde too. If you can go back and go over some old things that you've written before and edit it. Okay. All right. So this is your pre-reading. Let's go ahead and give you one for week by week for the month of December. We've got 5 weeks, and we're going to see what Sagittarius needs to know. All right. So week 1. 3 of Swords shows up here, some old pain showing up, and kind of coming down under this Knight of Swords that looked a little frustrated. And it's coming in under the 7 of Fire, Cinnamon. There might be might be a little bit harder the first week, maybe some old memories coming back. Good time to write. Week 2, you have the 5 of Pentacles, and looks like there's like some decision being made. Looks like they are holding up their paperwork, their plans. So there's some kind of maybe change of plans, or maybe you have a project that's going on that gets approved. Okay, second week of December. Now, the second week of December will be when the Mercury retrograde's coming to an end. Okay, as we move into the third week, you get your second magician card here, showing us he's the alchemist, right? He's showing us that anything and everything is possible. He knows his answers lie in feeling. And I'm happy to see the magician showing up there week 3 as we head into the holiday week, Christmas week. Here's the 5 of Pentacles. And the 5 of Pentacles is often feeling like being left out in the cold or associated with poverty mentality. Let's not get into crazy debt. Let's not go crazy. Maybe there's some of the gifts that you give maybe are to some people in need more than the people who are not in need. Okay. Now, week 4 or 5, as we move into the new year week, you've got the 5 of Wands. So you got a lot of kind of other people's opinions. It's a little bit of a card of like competition. Okay. There's a lot going on. And so just make sure that you have the right people around you. Okay. Got a couple 5s here. 1, 2, 3 5s. Is that right? Or is this this is the 3 of Pentacles. I swear the way they write these 5s looks so weird to me. That's a 3. So you got 2 3s and 2 5s. All right, and 2 magicians. So you really got this, Sagittarius. You've got this. With these 2 magicians, you can transform anything. So even if things feel like old pain comes up or any of that, we can switch. We can move through those feelings and switch it up. Okay. All right, I'm going to move these to the side, and I'm going to work with the dice and some of this big, huge bowl of charms. Look at that bowl of charms. All right. We're going to toss some of these around. Let's start with the dice. We've got Aries, 3rd house, Moon, Aries, 3rd house. Okay. So the moon, your feminine power, your knowing, your, think of a lot of it about how you comfort yourself in the sign of Aries, which is all about recreation of self. I am forward moving energy. And the 3rd house, which is Gemini's house of communication, also has to do with your environment. So make sure that you are putting yourself around the right people, because you saw a lot of feisty energy towards the holidays. So make sure that you're not getting into arguments with people, that you've picked the right people to be around, or that you sharing your feelings with the right people. All right. Now toss some of these charms. Now keep in mind, this is for fun. We're just looking for, initials. We're looking to see what days have the most energy here. And don't overthink it. Okay, I've got the word tire. I've got the word Tia. Got B-E-L, belt. All right, so let's see what we've got. At the top, we have a sewing machine and the letter I, and a book. Okay, so these themes just keep running through all of these. And it's just a simple theme of like simple gifts, homemade things, keep it simple, time spent, the word who. All right, we've got this interesting dice that landed on a fire sign on the 3rd of December. We have a butterfly on the 5th. We have the Eiffel Tower here on the 7th, along with the word hope. Got a little birthday cake off to the side there. All right, on the 11th, we have a symbol for Mother Mary, along with an elephant and a piece of clear quartz, okay, which is an amplifier. So the 11th, there's a lot of energy there, okay? We have the word it on the 13th, Friday the 13th. We have the word royalty on the 17th, the letter I am royalty on the 17th, all right? The letter J on the 18th. The 19th has got a few symbols here. We've got a music symbol, what is this thing? Unicycle, okay. Music symbol, unicycle with a little pin. Okay, 19th, a lot of energy. Looks like entertaining energy. The 20th, we have an anchor in the letter A. We have on the 22nd, a drum set. The Christmas day, we have the word Aries, which is interesting that Aries is what you rolled, okay? And then what does this other one say? This is the Sagittarius. So you got two fire signs there on the 24th into Christmas day. And so fire signs, they trine you, which is a positive aspect. But Aries, Aries can be the warrior. And so just make sure that you're not getting into it with people on the holidays. On the 26th, you have the symbol for Gemini. On the 27th, the letter R and the letter E. The 31st, you have an R and an L along with a little spoon. On the 1st, you have a map of the world and the letter B on the 2nd. Okay. So you've got a lot of like midweek activity, although the 7th, Saturday, December 7th has some energy, and Sunday, the 22nd has some energy. Otherwise, most of your stuff is going on midweek. Now, let's see what the dice have to say. You rolled the moon, and the moon rules the sign Cancer. You know we have the moon moving into the sign of Cancer right after our full moon on December 15th. So your power times start on Sunday the 15th, 2:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time through the 16th and the 17th. 17th is where you have the royalty number until 6:39 p.m. These are power times for you. You also rolled the sign Aries, and the moon will be in the sign of Aries on Monday, December 9th, 8:38 a.m. Eastern Standard Time through Tuesday, Wednesday, the 11th until 10:55 a.m. You have a lot of energy on the 11th, okay? Kind of like good luck and clearing. Quartz clearing in a way, but it's more of an amplifier. The elephant symbol kind of shows me it's often associated with good luck, and the Mother Mary's in there too. So just make sure that you're amplifying the correct things, right? Joy, happiness, gratitude, okay? Now, you also roll Gemini. So you also get the days. So actually we can add on to the Cancer dates that we previously said. It's almost like the whole week from the 9th, 10th, 11th, then you roll Gemini. Gemini, the moon goes into Gemini on Friday the 13th at 12:22 p.m. Goes all through that weekend, the 14th, the 15th, then we have the full moon, then we go right into the sign of Cancer. So you have a nice long spell there, kind of almost like through December 9th, all the way through to the 17th are a lot of power times for you, Sagittarius. Have a great one.